Okay, let me share my screen. Here we go, sharing screen. And let me put it in. Okay, so here is my screen. Welcome, 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 ladies. I want to get this started, and let me tell you who I am. Okay, whoa, what's happening here? My screen's got a life of its own here. Who am I? I want to introduce myself. There's some of you that may know me, some of you that are brand new to me, and I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so great to have you here. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I am a business coach and a #1 best-selling author and publisher. What I do is I help women get visibility. Women that are not seen. Okay, Janine, if you could mute everybody's mics, please. I help women get visibility. I help women stop being their best kept secret, because you know what you do is extraordinary. You know what you do is amazing. How do you tell the world about it? How do you find that awesomeness and to be able to share it with the world and not feel like a fraud? That's what I do. A little bit about the books that I've written. I've written some very, very controversial books: How to Be a Muslim Woman, Divorced and Totally Confident. That hit #1 in 24 hours. And in the same year, I wrote From X to Extraordinary: How to Make Your Divorce a Springboard for Excellence and Success. And when I wrote those two books in the same year, my annual income became my monthly income. And I saw the power of media. I saw the power of being published. I saw the power of being an authority and being seen, because I was smart before and everyone just thought I was smarter. This was my big why back then. My big why are these bunch of kids that I've been blessed with. Okay. So from the left, that's my son's wife, the one in the hat. Those two are married. Then this was a couple of years ago. The one in the graduating hat was actually his graduating high school, and he just graduated university. Tell me I don't need an updated photo. Yes, I know. Everyone's going to say I need an updated photo. And he was president of his school. And then my daughter, who is beside me, with the, I'm going to say glasses, but everyone's got glasses. That's so hilarious. She's wearing, she's right here on the far right. She had just become president. My son had graduated. And now the little one with the medallion on him, he had just finished primary school. And the interesting thing is, he's in grade 11 now, and he's president of student council. So these are the kids I raised. And then my most important person is right in the middle with the white and blue shirt. And that's my son, Tariq. My gift and my challenge and all of that, two sides of the same coin. Tariq, while during the birthing process, his head was crushed, and he has cerebral palsy, spastic quadriplegic, and scoliosis. And if that wasn't enough, he's also a vaccine damaged child. So that is my child. These are my kids. And this was my big why then. Okay. When I left my violent, abusive marriage, and I wanted them to know what healthy looks like, I wanted them to know, and they know now. They absolutely know what healthy, loving, vibrant, safe looks like. My big why has changed. And you might be wondering, why did I put this picture here? For me, this picture represents you and all the people that you touch. So Million Stars Academy is my flagship company, my coaching company. And the way I look at it is a million stars was created for, and I get so emotional just talking about it. It was created for 1,000,000 women globally, regardless of race, religion, faith, ethnicity, background, history, to be able to take their skills, their past, their pain, and turn it into something extraordinary, making more money than their male relatives. Because when a woman has money, she has choices. Now, when I look at this, the lights all across the world, and you know where you live, so you can identify your country. It's not about 1,000,000 women becoming a million star coaches. It's about who you touch, the conversations you have, when you share a video or you share a post or you help someone learn something, because a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. And that is my big why today, to create legacy, impact, influence, and to help women everywhere stand in their power authentically and own it. Okay, first my arrow was going too fast. Here we go, a story. In 1981 is a pivotal year in my life because I came to Canada. My parents decided that they were so done with the apartheid in South Africa. And because we were not Black enough or white enough or whatever it was that you weren't enough, we were never going to get the education my father wanted for us. And so in 1981, packed up our bags and came to Canada. And I share this with you because I want to show you the power of your story, the power of what you went through in your life and how you can take that and make that your superpower. Take your story and your pain and make it your superpower. Okay. In 2009, I had gotten married. I had 5 kids with my former husband. And in 2009, I had said, enough. I no longer want to be manipulated and abused sexually, financially, spiritually, emotionally, manipulation, guilt, mentally. I no longer want that. I no longer want to have all of this pain in my life. Okay. And so there is a loss. Women who go through divorce have a sense of loss. If you immigrate to a country, you have a sense of loss. If you lose a child, you have a sense of loss. If you lose a job and you get another job, you have to leave something behind. And so I ask you, right? And you can take notes as you're going through this, put it in the chat, put it in there. I want to go back and answer your questions. Let's make this as interactive as possible because then you really get the gist of this training. Have you experienced a loss? And that's what this is going to be all about. From welfare to wealth. How did I shift? How did I make that change? How did I get to say, wow, this is where I am and this is where I want to be? The loss of a question, the loss of a broken dream, okay? The broken dreams. And you had a dream once. A lot of women who go through a divorce will say, well, I didn't like him anyway. I didn't, and we didn't get along. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter because the loss is the loss of the dream of getting old together, right? You know what I'm saying? So you have to grieve. What dream have you had in your life that you lost? What dream did you have in your life that you said, I don't know how to move on? What dream did you have and you put it and you shoved it on the back burner so far away? Okay? We all have had that. I had the dream. My dream that got lost was, I can tell you multiple dreams. Dreams of getting married and staying married, getting old together and sharing grandchildren together is now gone for me. Okay? Another dream was that got broken for me was a dream of a healthy child. And so when a woman is pregnant and you expect a healthy child, and when you don't get that, you get a special needs child, a child with unique abilities, there is the grieving of that healthy child. When you get a job and you have a dream inside of you to have something else, there's a loss. And so I want to give you permission to grieve and say, okay, that's what actually happened in my life. And do I give myself permission to grieve? Do I give myself permission to say, this is what I actually wanted, and this is what I have now? And so how do you allow yourself to go and so create from, I'm just functioning, I'm going through this, I've experienced a loss of a health, maybe you got a diagnosis, loss of a dream, loss of a relationship, right? You go through that and there are levels. Some people say there's 5 levels of grieving, others will say 7 or 8. And there is a grieving process where you're avoiding it, you're feeling confused, you want to blame someone, you want to even blame the creator. Then you go through anger, anxiety, irritation, and it's never a straight line. It'll go up, it'll go down. Sometimes you'll get up and you'll feel depressed, overwhelmed, and then you'll start bargaining. Okay, if I do this, this will happen. If I don't do this, and then you think to yourself, wow, I thought I was better today, but yesterday I was laughing about it, and today I'm feeling sad again. What's going on? What is going on? Why is this happening? And grieving is never a straight line. And then a couple of weeks or months go by, and now you're exploring new options. And now you're like, okay, my self-esteem is growing. Now I'm looking for meaning. Why did I go through what I went through? What was that thing? What was behind all of that craziness? Why did I experience all of that pain? And now you can start taking that experience, that journey, and you can turn it into someone else's guidebook. And that's what we do. We help you to get there. No matter where you are in that stage, there is some broken dream inside of you, some loss that you want to get over. You want to experience. You want to say, wow, I went through it. What was the lesson in there? And then you find the gems. You find the gems. Now, a lot of people will ask me how much time. Some people will go through it in 2 years. Some people, it'll take 5 years. It all depends on you and the work that you've done in your life and the people you surround yourself with. For myself, when it comes to my clients and the pain that I have experienced, I am very comfortable going inside of that dark space with the woman. I am not all about, oh, let's rush this thing and let's go and come on, chop, 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 wipe your face, and let's go, wash your face and you can put on a happy face. I don't actually think that's a healthy way to do it. And so for me, I'm completely comfortable to say, okay, you're going through this. I'm going to be right with you in your darkest moments. And I'm just going to sit there with you. That's it. I'm just going to sit here with you and be with you. No matter what you're going through, you're safe with me. Your tears are safe with me. Your anger is safe with me. Everything you're saying is safe. And what happens with a woman when you sit with her inside of those dark moments, no matter how long it takes, guess what happens? She feels so nourished and so loved without any judgment whatsoever that she can now go and create something extraordinary in her life. When my son Tariq was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, spastic quadriplegic, and scoliosis, and then he was a vaccine damaged child on top of that, it took me a long time. I would drive the car and I would just be driving and I would stop at a red light and I would see a pregnant woman and I would start hyperventilating and I would think all of the things that I went through. And so I didn't have that structure. I didn't have the strategy. I didn't have that support to say, I need to talk to somebody who can totally, I don't need someone to understand my pain. Because really, haven't you gone through stuff and nobody understands what you went through? Nobody. But you just need someone to say, I don't understand what you're going through, but I'm going to be here anyway. I'm just going to be with you anyway. And you take as long as you like and as long as you need just to be here. And whatever you need, I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to be here. And so with my son Tariq, the loss of a healthy child and going through all the treatments and just immersing myself in how do I help this child, it took me longer. It took me longer. And that's just the way it is. There is no right way to grieve. There is absolutely no right way to grieve. And so when you allow yourself, you give yourself permission for the turnaround. You give yourself permission for the turnaround. What happens in the turnaround? Now, today, I'm going to show you 10 steps, the 10 steps to wealth, the 10 steps to abundance, the 10 steps for you to say, wow, I can finally step into my queenhood. I can finally step into who I know I've been, who I know is how God Almighty made me, and I'm able to do that. Okay, so here we go. Number one is your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What do you say to yourself when no one is listening? Okay, what do you say? And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, here's an example. And now you can tell me in the chat, what would you say to yourself? So here we go. Imagine that you have been invited to a dinner party. And this is a beautiful, wonderful dinner party, and all the who's who and all the important people are at the dinner party. And you got all dressed up and you look absolutely queenish and amazing and beautiful and stunning. You came to the party and everyone's sitting around and everyone is enjoying themselves and everyone's talking and the appetizers showed up and there's servers everywhere. And as soon as they took away the appetizers, you knocked over a glass of water. And the water now is spilling everywhere and it's going down the tablecloth and it's reaching over there and it's reaching over to your place. And you can see the water now dripping onto the rug underneath you. And the table has got like 25 people on it. And now everyone's looking at you. Okay, so in the chat right now, tell me, what are you saying to yourself? What are you saying? Come on, come on. Be honest. Tell me, what are you saying? What are you saying to yourself? Okay, let me see if I can go to the chat here, if I can actually read the chat without messing up this whole thing. I'm so stupid. Okay, so embarrassing. I just want to hide. Oh, shucks. Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, F blah, 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 blah. Anita says, so embarrassing, right? Yes. Yeah, exactly. All of those things you're going to be saying, right? All of those things. Now, if you were the host of the party, now let's switch roles now. Let's switch roles. If you were the host of the party and the lady that spilled the water was a close friend of yours. Okay, now we're going to switch things around. You were hosting the party and you know she just spilled water. What would you say to her now? Come on, tell me the truth. What would you say to her? Let me hear it in the chat now. Let's see, what are you going to say? You were the host of the party. It's just water. You're saying, don't worry. It's only water. Accidents happen. No problem. Okay? Okay. Oh my God. Do you see the difference between how you speak to other people and how you're speaking to yourself? Okay? There is a discrepancy here. There is a difference between your internal dialogue, because you know this woman is punishing herself. You know she's hurting herself with her thoughts. You know she's so embarrassed. And you know this woman is such a kind, loving human being. She would never do this kind of thing deliberately, right? So look at the discrepancy between how you speak to yourself and how you speak to someone else. That is something that is so critical in what you must do. I'm going to the chat right now to see. What are you saying here? Amazing, right? You notice that there is a discrepancy. And so you must make a decision to speak to yourself like you are a gorgeous, beautiful 5-year-old. Okay? You are a gorgeous, intelligent 5-year-old. That's how you must be speaking to yourself all the time. So what are you going to do? Start speaking to yourself like you are a gorgeous, intelligent 5-year-old, right? So what would you say? What would you now say to that gorgeous, intelligent 5-year-old? What would you say? Don't worry, darling. Don't worry, my sweetheart. It's okay, my gorgeous. It's okay, sweetie. Okay? You are okay. It's just water. We're going to spill it. We're going to just wipe it up right now. And you know what? We're just going to forget anything happened. Nobody's looking. Everyone's okay. Everyone loves you, right? So start speaking to yourself like you are this gorgeous, intelligent 5-year-old. The next thing about your thoughts is the stories and meanings of interpretation. So when you spilled that water, what meaning did you give it? What did you make it mean? What are the interpretations, right? That's how you judge yourself. So you are doing this all the time, everywhere in your life. So you'll send a text message to someone, they won't respond. What did you make that mean? You phoned someone, you left a voicemail, they didn't answer you. What did you make it mean? Someone in your workplace looked at you, they just looked at you. They didn't say anything, they didn't do anything. You looked at their face, you looked at their body language, and what did you make that mean? Right? You told your child to do something, or your husband, or your father, or your mother, and they either responded or they made a sound. What did you make that mean? So all day long, all night, 24/7, you are making something mean, which might not be accurate, and you're just going down. So that's number one. You got to understand what you're saying, how you speak to yourself, and what are the interpretations and the meanings you're giving things that may or may not be necessarily true or accurate. Okay, let's move on. Was that helpful? Did you like it? We got 9 more to go. Perspective is number 2. Perspective. Okay, how do you create? Let me go to the chat. I want to see, because you know me, I need some feet. I need some love. I need some love here. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, you got to give me some juice and some love here. And it's okay for you to disagree with me. Number 2 is perspective. Perspective. Are you creating a disempowering context, or are you creating an empowering context? What are you doing? So whenever something happens to you, someone's chatting with me, let's see. Okay, you're loving this so far. When something happens, do you automatically make it negative? Do you look at the cup half full? Do you automatically think someone doesn't like me, someone's upset with me, someone's mad at me, someone's angry with me? Do you automatically go to that place? Or do you create an empowering context? So when I went through 22 years and 11 months of violence, what did I create? How did I create an empowering context? Oh my God, I created a multi-million-dollar global organization based on my pain. Tell me if that's not empowering. Oh my God, I cannot give you a better example than that. Take your pain, turn it into millions of dollars. Okay? Because things around you are not happening to hurt you. They're happening to heal you. They're happening to empower you. And they're happening to train you. Training you. You are in a university of training. You are going through training in a university to get you ready for the person you were meant to be. Okay? I'm originally from South Africa, even though I've been gone for like 40 plus years, but I can tell you a diamond analogy. South Africa is known for our diamonds, and when the diamond is mined, it comes out as a big rock of coal. And you must put severe pressure on the coal to reveal the diamond. It's the same thing with you. You must go through pressure to reveal who you are and the situations in your life, the diagnosis, the poverty, the difficulties, the relationship, the health, all of what you have gone through is the pressure to reveal your essence. My greatest teachers have been my perpetrators. I can tell you that right now. I look back and see my perpetrators and what I went through. They are my greatest teachers because I would not be the woman I am today without that experience. I would not be the woman I am today without them going through what I did with them. Okay? How was that? Do you understand about perspective now? Are you getting this? Are you loving this? Let's go to number 3. What is happening here? Number 3, let me see. Okay, I got 6, 7 chats here. Empowering. I love this, Shiam said. Okay. Okay, good. We can keep going. We can keep going. Number 3. Number 3 is about 100%. You are 100% responsible for your life. You are 100% responsible for everything that happened. All of my 21 years and 11 months of violence, I am responsible as a victim for creating that. And when I took that on and when I owned it, I was free. There's no one to go, there's no one to blame, and your partner and the other person in the relationship is 100% responsible for their share. And I am 100% responsible for my share. Okay, so it's like learning a language. What's the language? The language is, if you are born in France, you learn to speak French. If you're born in some suburb in China, you're going to learn how to speak Cantonese. If you are born in a home where you see violence, you learn the language of violence. If you are born in a home of abandonment, neglect, and narcissism, you learn how to be a narcissist or how to work with a narcissist or how to be in relationship with a narcissist. That's it. We all learn from that. We all learn from where we were born in the environment we're living in. Okay, so I want you to really just think and say, wow, what did I learn? What's my history? Because I can just stop the guilt and the regret and the doubt, and I can just say, these are the facts. It doesn't mean anything. This is what happened. And now if I am responsible and 100% responsible for what I created, I can be 100% responsible for my happiness, my abundance, my bank account, my clients, and being the queen CEO of my life, right? You can do that. And number 4 in the 10 steps is, what's your why? What's your why? Okay, somebody sending me a chat. Tell me. I am French. I love that. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. What's your why? What is your why? Now, the why is what wakes you up. The why is the fuel. Because I'll tell you, in the world of business, in the world of entrepreneurship, not every single day you're going to be woken up and be motivated and have me right there beside you, next to you, going, come on, come on, come on, let's do this. What are you going to do on the days where you're not motivated? I have those days. What are you going to do on the days where you just don't feel like doing this? What are you going to do on those days where it's like, I don't want to do this? What are you going to do on the days where you don't get a client? There will be days like that. What are you going to do on those days where it's like, this is so hard? What are you going to do on those days where one of your team members gets sick? What are you going to do on a day where somebody quits? Right? There are going to be days like that. There are going to be days like that. And so how do you do that? How do you figure out what's happening? Okay, Cheryl is like, enough is enough. That's right, girl. That's right, girl. Enough is enough. So your why becomes your fuel. Do you want to be a conduit for God's work? Right? If that's your why, then that's what should drive you. Do you want to be a person who doesn't want to die with your song inside of you? Then that's your why. Do you want to be a person who never ever wants to work for a boss ever again? Then that's your why. Okay, my why in the beginning, I shared it with you. I wanted my children to know me as a woman more than just somebody who experienced violence, because that's all my kids knew. All my children knew is that I was a woman who experienced violence. I was a woman that was a victim of violence. And I wanted them to know me as someone more. I didn't want that to be the label. That's all they knew me. And inside of me, I knew I was so much more. I knew I had this drive and ambition and a want and a will. I knew that. I just didn't know how. I just didn't know how. And I can tell you right now, prayer alone is not a plan. Passion alone is not a plan. You need your prayer, you need your passion, and then you need strategy, mentorship, community, and women around you that are going to lift you up till you reach the stars. Okay, so what's that why? What's your why right now as you listen to this? Tell me what your why is. What is that why that drives you? Okay, what do you want to do every single day as your purpose? What is that why that drives you? When you know your why, okay, your what has more impact because you're walking in or towards your purpose. That's what your why does. Your why helps you to walk in your purpose every day, all day, fulfilling my calling, right? Legacy, says Amina, making women realize they're more than their potential. Okay, showing my kids they have a mother who's overcome depression and the strength. Today, I can tell you right now, and I am shameless about it, I am the hero my children are looking for. I am that hero. I am that queen. And I will pave the way for them because I will be that pioneer. I will show them the way and light a fire that is so big and so giant and so bright so they know where to walk and they know how to get there. It starts with my kids and then you, and then it just goes bigger and bigger and bigger out in the world. Okay, that is your why. Okay, the next thing you need is accountability. That's number 5 on the 10 steps. If you don't have accountability, you don't got it, my queen. You just don't have it. You don't have it. I'll tell you why. I have accountability partners with friends. I have 2 coaches. The one just, we finished our 1 year together. I had 3 coaches. Now I'm down to 2. I'm always looking for new mentorship, new partners, new people in my life that are going to hold my feet to the fire. Because I am not a woman of my feelings. I don't wake up and, oh, I feel like doing it, or I don't feel like doing it. I am not a woman of my feelings. I am a woman of my word. So when I say I will do something, I put it out there in the universe. I tell my coach, I tell my accountability partner. So the next week when I'm on the phone with them and they say, Fatima, did you do what you said you were going to do? My answer is yes, I did. Yes, I did. Without accountability, your ego will take you back to default. What's going to happen? Your ego will take you back to default. Your ego says, hey, this is so uncomfortable. Stop it already. Your ego doesn't like change. Your ego wants to go back to sitting on the couch and doing whatever you normally do. Your ego is afraid because your ego likes comfort, safety, comfort, safety. Your ego wants you to live in comfort, safety in this small little hole. While your soul, your spirit wants you to fly. Your soul and your spirit wants you to get uncomfortable. Your soul and your spirit wants you to get those things that you know you were meant to be. And the soul and the spirit are saying, come on, we can do it. Come on, this is your right time. The ego is going, stop it, stop it, stop it. You know, this is not logical. Go back, go run back in the hole, turn off the lights. Don't tell anyone you're here. Ghost everybody. Don't show up. That's the job of the ego. The ego is going, hey, hey, remember when? Remember when that didn't work? Remember when this didn't work? Your accountability partner helps your soul to rise, because now you get partnership, you get community, you get a mentor, you get a coach. And I'm going to tell you, it's difficult. It's difficult because if you want something you've never had before, you need to be willing to do something you never had before. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? Big aha. Right? The definition of insanity is what? I think Einstein has one definition. What's his? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. There's a lot more, but that's Einstein's definition, and I kind of like it. Okay, Tony Robbins, one of my coaches, says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. Mind blown. You might think that's simple, right? But how many of us second guess our coaches? How many of us second guess it? How many of us go, well, I know she said this and I know, but I know better. I know better, right? How many will like, oh my God, I know my coach said blah, 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 but maybe I should do it this way. And then it doesn't work. You don't get success. You don't do the actions. And then what happens? You make your coach wrong. You blame your coach. You say, I'm a victim. My coach is wrong. Oh my God, I have done that. I can raise my hand. I've done that until I got really smart. And I was like, don't be a goofball. You paid money. Put on blinders, put your head down and just do the work. Stop questioning it. And then what happens? Suddenly my whole world opens up and success and clients and amazing things start showing up, right? Number 6, journal. Journal, journal, journal. What do you want to create, darling? What do you want to create? What is that thing that you want so badly? Okay, you want great health. You want love. You want success. You want money. You want purpose. You want legacy. What is that thing that is driving you right now? Tell me in the comments. Tell me right now. I want to hear what you have to say. What is that thing? Okay, what is that thing that you want to create right now, right now, right now? Right now, what do you want? Total independence. He says, Yumna. Legacy, purpose, says Anita. Financial freedom, says Amina. Freedom, says Janine. Purpose, says Cheryl. All of that. A difference, says Aisha. Purpose, says Alia. To stand on my own. Total independence, says Razina. Fahima, Sadia, financial independence. Right, here we go. Here we go. You are in the right place, my love. You are in the right place. So you've got a journal. Write down. There was a study done at Harvard University, and they followed all these kids for a long period of time, from the time they were like undergrads, they graduated, you know, they went off to do their lives, they got married and started their jobs, and they started to notice a connection between the students that wrote everything down and the students that didn't. Now, we live in a digital world right now, so we're using our phones and we're using our, laptops and voice notes and all of that. Well, here's what they noticed about writing something with your hand. Now, I am a note taker. I have journals all over the place, moleskins, paper journals. I got a whiteboard. I lost my other whiteboard. There's a new one coming. I've got papers and Post-it notes everywhere. And there are multiple things they found out. Number one, there is a brain connection between, and I've got all my colored pens, I'll show you, holding a pen writing something down with a pen and the connection between the writing and the brain as far as your frontal lobe is concerned. The same thing didn't happen on the digital device. So number one, you're writing it down, you are impacting your brain and you're sending a message of what I want to create in my life. And the students who did that, all of them, 100% of everyone that wrote things down achieved their dreams. What? How awesome is that? Right? So fantastic. Okay, let's move on. Oh my God, yeah, here you are. Why didn't I start this sooner? This is all about, what you're doing in your life and what do you want to create. The biggest regret people have is, why didn't I start this sooner? Number 7, one of my favorites, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Forgiving your lovers, teachers, coaches, parents, siblings, your children, family members. Oh my God, right? This is a big topic. What happens when you start forgiving? What happens when you start forgiving yourself for everything you did and didn't do? What happens when you forgive yourself for everything you said and didn't say? What happens when you forgive yourself and forgive everyone that contributed to your life, good, bad, or ugly? Okay, starting a clean slate and saying, I am going to forgive everyone. I am forgiving everyone and I'm forgiving myself. I can't go back this morning and redo my breakfast. I can't go back to yesterday and redo my day. I can't go back to last week and redo my life. I can't go back to last year. I can't go back to the year before. I cannot redo anything in my life. So I can either continue to abuse myself, hear my words really carefully, I can continue to abuse myself by reliving the past, or I can stop. I can just say to myself, I will never ever forget what happened, but I am forgiving myself. I'm forgiving everyone because I want to unshackle the handcuffs of the past. That's it. Because forgiveness is not saying what they did was okay. It's not. Forgiveness is simply saying, I am freeing myself so I can be fully present to today. I am forgiving myself so I can be fully present to create my future. I don't want to think about that anymore. I want to fall in love with my future. I want to fall in love with my children's future. I want to fall in love with what I'm creating. I want to fall in love with all the people I am going to be helping. Forgiveness unlocks the door to financial freedom. Forgiveness unlocks the door to abundance. Forgiveness unlocks the door to aging gracefully and looking ravishing. Forgiveness unlocks the door to health and prosperity and wellness. Forgiveness is the key to that freedom that you are looking for. Wow, 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 wow. Are you amazed? Are you completely amazed that this is what it does? Are you completely shocked what forgiveness is? Have you learned something new about forgiveness? Because I'll tell you, this is the magical formula. The magical formula is forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and forgiving every single other person. Let me see, my chat's flashing here. Okay, you guys are loving this. You're shocked? You're amazed? Okay, Aisha has a question. How does one forgive? Yes, I love that question. This is really great. And we're going to get to all of your questions. All of your questions are going to be answered. So make sure you put it in the chat. And then one of my team is going to mention all these questions. The way to forgive, and I'm going to tell you what the easy answer is. You make a choice. You decide right now that I am forgiving. I'm letting it go. It's the same with money, or it's the same with joining our Million Stars Academy. You just got to make a choice. When you make a choice, the money shows up. But if you say that word, but, I want to forgive, but I want to join, but the but's always going to win. Anything you say in a sentence, and then you say but after that, you negate everything before. I'm really, like, even with an apology, I'm really sorry, but the moment you say but, you negate the first sentence, and now you want to justify why you hurt somebody, why you said something. I want to forgive, but anytime you say that, you just have to declare it. I want to be wealthy. I want to be outrageous. I want to be a millionaire queen coach. I want to forgive. And make a declaration. Once you make a declaration, you're good to go. Things are going to show up in a way you've never seen before. I'm just looking at your chats right now. Okay, let's move on to number 8. Oh, here we go. Rumi says, don't get lost in your pain, because know that one day your pain will become your cure. Now look at me. Look at me as your example. Okay? I didn't get caught up in my pain. All the violence, the manipulation, the guilt, the sexual abuse, the spiritual abuse, the financial abuse, emotional, mental, psychological, verbal. And today, not only is my pain my cure. Okay, can you mute everybody? Janine, do you mind muting everybody? There's someone off mute. Okay, Aisha is off mute. If somebody could mute Aisha. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aisha, for muting. And so today I have healed, and I have taken my pain and my past and my history and what created a multi-million-dollar business online helping women. That's the power that you have inside of you and your transformation and your education. Okay, awesome. We are done with 7. Here is number 8. Number 8 on the 10 things to go from welfare to wealth and a millionaire mindset of a queen is strategy. You need the right strategy. You need systems. You need best practices. What is happening in the world today? What are people doing in the online space? What is outdated? What is not? What is the new thing on the market? What is going to make my life easy? Where can I get a script? Where can I get a template? Where can I get the guidance? Where can I get all of these things? You need this strategy. Okay, this strategy is all connected to your marketing. You want to know the product. You want to know who your customer is. You want to know how to do advertising, free advertising, paid advertising. You want to know branding. You want to know positioning. You want to know how to promote your service. You want to know who you are. What is that service that you're providing? All of that is connected to the strategy on how you show up in your marketplace. So many coaches, healers, therapists, entrepreneurs out there are winging it. They actually don't know what they're doing because it's the fact that your business is a side hustle and your business is a hobby. What you want to do is you want to step in as the queen CEO of your business. And we show you how to do that. You need strategy, systems, pricing, advertising, scripts, templates, branding, marketing. You need all of that. Otherwise, what are you doing? You're making a video here and a video there, and you're putting on this post and that post, and you're wondering, I'm supposed to know how to do this. Why is everyone else have success and I don't? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt that frustration? Like, why are people showing me all their bank account numbers, which I don't believe in doing that, right? Because other people are having success. 2020 was an incredibly breakthrough year for us. We made more money than we've ever made. And we pivoted online so quickly and so efficiently that the market was ready. Now, I'm going to tell you, as we go into 2021, it's going to get tighter. It's going to get better in the online space. Money is moving and money is shifting, and you should stand up and own your piece of the puzzle. You should stand up and own your piece. Okay? You should stand up. Yep, Aisha is saying she's felt frustrated. Faria is saying you need a program and a system. Okay? You need that. You need all of that, because if you don't have all the pieces, you're missing some. And you know what it looks like when you put a puzzle together and pieces are missing? It's incomplete, right? It is incomplete. Number 9 is action. So as you're listening to me right now, sharing this, what do you think is missing for you? When you look at your current business and you look at where you're going, what is actually missing for you? Okay, what is actually missing? So let's go to number 9. Number 9 is action. Action is, the lack of action is what stops you. When you procrastinate, you have so many amazing ideas, but you don't take action. And I have told this 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times again. Procrastination is the weapon of the devil. Procrastination is the weapon of Satan, because he knows you have a finite number of hours on this planet in this meat suit. Hello? You have a finite number of hours. And as long as you don't take action, you are going to die with your dreams. You are going to die with your prosperity and your abundance still locked away in a vault. And God the Almighty has designated this for you, but you have not unturned every stone because you didn't take action. You went into your mind, you listened to your ego, you started thinking about, oh my God, I need to overcomplicate things. I need to put more in my program. I shouldn't get ready. I shouldn't do this. My self-esteem, who's going to listen to me? No one's commenting on my videos. And you went into analysis of paralysis like a hamster on a wheel. Come on, tell me you did that. Tell me you did that even one time. Tell me in the comments. Come on, I know, because I have done it. I know I've done it. And you run around and you start taking more courses because you think that you need another certification, but you don't take action. And I know that some of the courses you've taken, those coaches have withheld that information from you. And when you wanted that information, they said to you, what? Oh, you need to pay more money to up level. Oh, you've got one certification. Now you need the master's. Now you need the PhD. And you just pile it on higher and deeper. Okay? And you need to stop that. You need to listen to your coach. If you trust your coach and you resonate with your coach and your mentor, you need to take the action. Taking the action is the antidote to Satan's weapon. When you take action, you're showing him, I'm a woman of my word. I'm a woman of action. You can't mess with me. You might try to come into my thoughts, but hey, you know what? My goal and my why and all of these things are more important than you whispering in my head. So sit down and go away. But if you feed into it and you are procrastinating, you are playing in the hands of the devil. Okay? 100%. 100%. I can tell you right now, this is the case. And you might be going, well, this girl's talking utter nonsense. I can tell you tonight, when you think about my words, somewhere in the next 24 hours, you're going to be like, maybe she was right. Yes, maybe she was right. When you are inspired to take action, you activate these dormant forces, okay? There's dormant forces lying inside of you. And when you activate the dormant forces, the abundance you seek in any forms comes streaming in your life. It comes gushing in your life. And I can tell you, I have seen this over and over again. When you start taking that inspired action, that's what happens. You awaken things inside of you that were lying dormant. Those seeds that were planted are now becoming alive. You start watering the seeds. Okay, and that's up to you. You've got to take that action to activate those dormant forces, to wake them up, to say, come on, let's go, chop, chop. But it only comes from you taking that action. And then every time you take action, you activate more forces. You activate that and more abundance, prosperity, the right kind of clients, and all of these wonderful things start happening in your life that you think, wow, I am so inspired right now. Okay, let me go to the chat and see if there's anything. Okay, perfect. Got any questions? Let me know. Number 10. Number 10 is branding. You need a brand that stands out. You need a brand that is not in this confusion of everything that happens online. You need a brand that stands out. If you look at the coaches inside of the academy, oh my God, you will notice them just like that because their brands stand out and it's magnetic. Okay, you need a brand that creates authority, creates credibility, your expert credibility. You need a brand that you are seen with a celebrity status, not a celebrity like Hollywood or Bollywood. To be a celebrity for your clients, your niche market, and they look at you and say, oh my God, she's got the answer. When they read your copy and they read your Facebook post, they automatically say, this is what I have been looking for. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, where you become so magnetic to your niche market that clients are hunting you down, where clients are sharing your posts and they're saying, my coach is doing this, come over. Okay, you become irresistible to your market and you stop being the best kept secret. Because I know you, I can see some of you, I have gone on your pages and you are doing amazing, amazing work. But why is your bank account not reflecting what you're doing? Because there are pieces of you that are missing. And I'll tell you, inside of the academy, only one single strategy of all of the strategies that we do is branding with archetypes. We do media, marketing, messaging, niche. We do all kinds of things in the academy to launch you and catapult you into celebrity status. Only one strategy, one out of the entire year is branding with archetypes. Okay? Branding with archetypes is where we teach you how to find your signature archetype. What is your influencing archetype? Who your clients are, the best words to use, the strengths and the challenges of your archetype, and how you can leverage that entire thing. Okay, how to take that. What is your brand values? What is the soul of your brand? How to inject your personality inside of it. And this is just one of the strategies you learn inside Million Stars Academy. Now, a lot of people who say, well, I don't want the entire academy. I don't want to spend a whole year with you, Fatima. I don't want that. I just want branding with archetypes. Well, what if I said to you, are you ready to start making money as a soulful coach without creating content from scratch? Branding with archetypes is one of the exciting modules you can use, and it's an exciting way for you to attract and sign on new clients, right? It is such an amazing, hot generating tool, whether you're speaking, networking, making videos. And I'm also going to share with you my brand archetype, what's my signature, what's my influencing, and all of that. Here are some of the brands we created after I learned my signature and influencing archetype. Okay, here are some of the brands. You might know some, you might not know some. Okay, we've got Spiritual Money Breakthrough, The red emerald coaching right here on the left-hand side, that is my high tier private coaching for my one-on-one clients. Million Stars Academy, From Pain to Profit, VIP Day with Fatima, media press releases, Awaken, which is an award-winning program we have. Spiritual Biz Moms is one of my first programs that I ever created. Marketing the Healers, Platinum Publishing, where we publish best-selling authors and position you as a bestseller so you can have a book that you use as a business card and write your book in 90 days, all under the banner of the business of spiritual living. Okay, that is all under and some of the brands that we created. So let's say you're saying, well, I'm already inside of the academy. Awesome. You get all of this and so much more. Let's say you're saying, well, I'm interested in Million Stars Academy. Can I have a conversation? Absolutely. You can have a conversation with us at any time. You can just put in the conversation, I want to speak to Fatima or one of our master coaches or the community managers. Or maybe you're saying, you know what? All I want is the branding with Archetypes. That's all I want. I just want this, and I just want to take all of this stuff and I want to run and go implement it in my life. Well, you can. We have created one day just for you. And to spend one day with us in branding with Archetypes is regularly, the investment is $5,000, which you'll find everywhere online when you book a call with me. And for this week, just for this week, and for the next, 48 or 72 hours, whatever it is, we have reduced it for like more than 55% a discount. And so 2 payments of 1197. Okay, to join the academy right now, we had a special deal when we did our launch last week, which was $10,000 for the entire year. And now if you go onto our website, it's 15. Okay, we just rolled it back for the launch. For the VIP day, 2 payments, 1197. It's due now, and then 1197 in 30 days. If you pay in full, it's 1997. Oh my God, instead of $5,000. Now, why would you want this? Here's what you are going to discover. Oh, it's so exciting. And some of the queens have done this, and I'll tell you, it is sometimes can be very, very emotional. Okay, because you get so validated on who I am, and this is what I get to do, and this was maybe the piece I was missing. Now, everyone inside of the academy is going to be on this call, on this VIP day, and it is one single strategy inside of the entire academy. In this one day only, you are going to know how to step into a whole new level of expert status, authenticity, and results in your business using the power of your brand. Okay, you're also going to know how to create impactful, authentic marketing that creates consistent results. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want, where you say, oh my God, this is what I've created every single month. I know I'm generating 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, and I'm on my way to getting 100K in 12 months. You are going to know how people can understand. Okay, Ranjani, would you please, Ranjani? Thank you so much. How to leverage your brand to increase your fees and attract high-paying clients. The ideal clients, they know you are the perfect match and they're happy to pay, okay? Because the pandemic that I know is women overworking, over-delivering, exhausting themselves and not charging. How to use your brand to coach yourself. Maybe you've got a money block, or you've got a block that's keeping you in a frustrating situation. You'll be able to use all of that, okay? And I'm going to actually show you all the cards. I know some chats are coming through. Write down all your questions. You're also going to get this. What specific words to use to evoke a feeling in your marketing that your brand stays consistent and memorable. You're also going to get examples of successful companies in your brand archetype. So you'll be like, oh my God, is that my brand? You will know exactly what powerful model to follow, because there are brands out there currently in the world that share your archetype. You're going to learn your gifts, your strengths, your challenges in your spiritual contract of your brand archetype and how to leverage them. Okay? And you're also going to learn how to live authentically. Live your brand in business and life so that creating the income and lifestyle you want gets easier and easier. So, my team, if you are here, you can put the link on. So this is the payment structure. Here's the investment. If you want to pay it in full, it's 1997. And if you want to do the two-part payment, it's 1197 due now and 1197 due in 30 days. So that's a savings of 2,600, 2,600 or more if you do the math. Okay? Now, if you're saying, I want to speak with Fatima, you can book a call, you can come on the call, and you can have a conversation with me and say, wow, this is only one single strategy that we teach inside of the academy. Okay, so let's see what questions are coming through. I want to make sure all your questions are answered. The team is putting the link there. Okay, so it's all happening on Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up. It's at 12 o'clock my time. It'll probably take like, about 3 hours. You'll get the assessment. Everything will be done systematically. So at the end of the day, you have this in your hand. You're just like, oh my God, I'm ready to go. I've got all of this. I'm good to go. I can go set up my 2021 fast, furious, and powerfully. Inside of the academy, all the women inside and the queens inside of the academy, they've got all this. They're already inside of it. And it's one single strategy that we teach very, very, very powerfully. Okay, so it all starts on Wednesday. And if you can make part of it or not, we'll still send you all the recording. But it's actually really, really powerful if you show up live, do the VIP day with all of us. We'll send you all of the recordings and everything that you need. Okay, so the regular investment is $5,000. And for the next 48 to 72 hours, it's 1197 due now, 1197 due in 30 days. Or if you want to go full pay, it's 1997. And you can go there now. I want to make sure that I check the chat, make sure all of your questions are being answered, and that you can have everything you want. Okay, now what I'm going to do right now, I am going to stop the screen share and open up questions and make sure that you have all of your questions answered and anything you want. I'm going to check the chat right now. What do you need me to answer for you? If you want to raise your hand or you have a question there, let me know. You can raise your hand digitally or physically. And let's see if we can answer all of your questions. Let's see, the team is here. I've got queens inside of the academy here. I've got some new people here. And we've got 2 screens here full of ladies. Anyone have any questions? The team has put the link over there. This is something that we teach. This is something that is really, really powerful. And why don't we do this? I'm going to see who's here. And let's go with Janine. Janine, why don't you share with us your experience of branding with Archetypes and how it changed your business?
Yes, sure. Hello, everyone. So branding with Archetypes for me was a really powerful experience because I had been struggling for a long time to find my niche and everything, to figure out who I really am. So branding with Archetypes totally changed everything for me. And by simply just doing the assessment that took me like 20 to 30 minutes, And then I knew my archetypes, and then also getting on the call with you and you read those statements to me, that was like, I was speechless. That was such a beautiful experience. And it has changed everything for me in my business. I know now what colors to use, what words to use in my marketing. It's extremely powerful.
Awesome. And what is your signature archetype and what is your influencing, Janine?
My signature is ruler and my influencing is hero.
Wonderful. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, fantastic. And so let's go to Fadia Chinara. Fadia Chinara. Oh, she's so surprised that I called her name. Are you napping over there, girl? Hey, come on, queen.
Oh gosh.
I want to say
hello everybody.
Hi, Fadia. Fadia, tell us about your experience with the branding with archetypes, and what happened when you found out, and how has it changed you? Because girl, I see you are rocking the online space.
Okay, for me the branding with archetypes was an experience of a lifetime. I was completely speechless. I couldn't say a word to Fatima after she told me what my archetype is, and I've got so much of confidence. The words I'm using just flow, and it's wonderfully for me. I even got my colors that I'm using from there. So I created my new brand, and I'm just blown away by the whole thing. It was an experience I will never forget. Seriously, I couldn't believe what Fatima was telling me. It was like, are you a mind reader? It was amazing. That's all I can say. And it's given me so much of confidence. I can speak without hesitancy and nervousness, and because I know that what I'm using is me. I'm an explorer and a hero. So yeah.
So your signature archetype is explorer, influencing,
a hero.
Hero. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So fantastic. Thank you so much, Fadia, for sharing. There is one thing when you go through courses and people tell you, okay, identify your niche and this is how you do it and blah, 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 blah. And you've got to come up with all of these things yourself. Okay. It's a whole other story when someone says to you, okay, do this assessment and I am going to take you through this visualization and I'm going to tell you, all you got to do is answer these questions and send me your numbers. And then I get out the cards, and this is nothing to do with a religion or a faith or anything. This is psychology by Carl Jung. And then you say, okay, I'm a maverick. Then I say, okay, well, if you're a maverick, let me read the spiritual contract, and then let me turn the card over, and let me tell you, what is your soul brand? What is the strengths that you have? What are your challenges? What are the examples of the global maverick brands out there in the world? Who are your clients? What are your clients looking for? And these are the words you should be using. So a maverick would never use love. Never. Because a maverick is a rebel, someone out there. And it becomes, you don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to wonder, is this me? Is this not me? How do I make it happen? You don't have to do that. And then, a lot of times you're scrolling down on social media and you see someone using a word and you're like, okay, maybe I should use that word. No, there's no guessing. You stand solid in, this is who I am. This is what I'm creating. So let's say, for example, you are an explorer, for example, okay? So let me go to innocent. If you are the innocent, then you should be using words like dreamy and fresh and uncomplicated and wholesome and organic and, things like that. If you are a hero, you should be using words, and I'm only using 5 words, But on here, there's a list of 30 or more. Your challenges, your strengths, and how to use it. But you won't actually know until you do the assessment and you come on and you show up and you're like, I finally feel it. I can tell you right now, there are women here and women that are not here who've done this. They've actually cried tears of relief, tears, and saying, I knew I was that, but I just didn't know. And now I feel so validated. And let's pick on someone else. Habiba Ibrahim, tell us about your experience in branding with Archetypes, and who are you and how do you show up today? Girl, you had no social media presence. You were like invisible online 3 months ago.
Hello to everyone. Yeah, literally. So I certified as a coach in June, and that literally happened to me. When I certified, my coach at the time told me, you need to decide on your niche. And I was like, okay, thank you. I know that, but I don't know what that means. And whatever decision I felt that I would have made at the time would have just been based on the experience that I have. And I didn't think that that was enough. So for instance, it would just be based on marketing. So when I did the branding with Archetypes, I was actually quite confused with my result. So mine, it was an artist when I got my results. And I was like, an artist? I can't paint. What does that mean? I don't think I'm an artist. You know, I wanted like a ruler. I wanted like a ruler or something, because all my other personality types was always like lion or dominant or something. And I was so confused until I actually had the session with Fatima, and the way that she explained it, it was someone that can take absolutely anything ordinary and just transform it. And I thought about it and it made so much sense. So I'm the youngest of 4 kids, but when my sisters have birthday parties for their kids, I'm the one that does all the decor. Or my mom would tell me about when we grew up, and you know, I would take a cardboard box, literally cover it with paper, and use the handles from a juice carton on the top just to create drawers that matched my room, because that is what I wanted. So I thought of all these experiences in my life, and funny enough, I always had an image of a butterfly. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know, like, you know, the meaning of it. And then when I had the assessment, this butterfly just kept up popping everywhere. I mean, I don't live in an affluent area, right? And I just saw butterflies in the yard. I was like, what is going on here? And my accountability partner, which would post pictures, and there would be butterflies in there. And Fatima is right. I had absolutely no social media, and I am 30 years old, so you can imagine how crazy that is. And if you go on my Instagram now, you'll see I'm there every day, you know, just showing up, and my branding has really transformed. And I'm so excited because I'm only in the academy for 3 months, and I'm excited to know what more is going to happen for me. Borderline excitement and scared. Yeah,
You
so
know,
that's my experience.
Habiba brings up a really good topic and a really good piece. And the piece is, I think I'm supposed to be a lion. I think I'm supposed to be a dragon. I think I'm supposed to be this. And we do so many different things and psychological assessments that we sometimes think we are something which we are not, because we're trying to fit into something that we created. And so when I remember when she came on the call, she was like, I don't know about this whole artist thing, right? So I start reading her the description. The artist drive, this is the spiritual contract of the artist. The artist drive to reimagine the ordinary and turn it into extraordinary is fueled by the deep desire to make things different. Their imagination and unwillingness to conform is the catalyst for innovation and a never-ending stream of possibility. What we see is a clumps of clay, bits of paint, bricks and mortar, or untapped potential. The artist sees as unlimited potential to transform our human experience. And that's only part of the description of the artist. And when she heard that, she just got quiet. And I'm like, are you still there? And she was like, that's me. That's completely me. I know there are a couple of people here. I want to say hello, Anita, Munsami, and Amina. I've never seen you on a Zoom call, and I just want to say hello, Shahina, Aisha Isub, Master Marileg is here. She's amazing. Husseina. Well, I'll tell you, Fahima is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There are women inside of the Academy who have taken the branding with archetypes, and they have taken this and they've actually done it with their clients. And some of them have generated at 5 and 6 figures in the same month of doing the branding with archetypes inside with their clients. It is a really, really powerful way to generate a lot of money and to get an injection inside of your business. I know Master Marileg is here, and I know she also had, we talked a couple of weeks ago, she had 3 root canals at the same time. She is a master global practitioner, chronic healer all around the world, and a very, very powerful woman. But she is off camera right now and on mute because she had 3 root canals at the same time. That takes a superwoman itself. Like only a queen can do 3 at the same time. What other questions do you have? Does branding with archetypes help you find your niche? Well, let's get one of the queens to answer that. I know Shiam is off camera because she's at her in-laws' place, and they have really sketchy internet there. So why don't we get someone else to answer that way? We've got Zarina here. We've got Fariha. Tell me, does branding with archetypes help you find your niche?
Yes, it really helped me in finding my niche because I was very struggling with finding my niche, and I went through the modules and I was still confused, but I asked Fatima and she said that you better consult your branding with archetypes. So what's written in the branding with archetype cards is that who is your client and what they're ideally looking for. So that tells you that what your client wants. And then you can use the exact words to find your niche. And this is exactly what I did. And when I came across the word transform, it really hit home. And I felt like this is something I really want to do. This is something that agrees with me. So that's why I'm a transformational coach. And I help women achieve transformational breakthroughs and inspire confidence. And these are all the things that I grasped from the cards. And it really makes me who I am.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So let's get back to the cards. I'm going to give you read something else from you. I'm going to read the nurturer. Here's the nurturer card, and I'm going to flip it over because at the bottom of the cards, guess what it tells you? Your nurturer clients, your hero clients, your maverick clients. And so it tells you exactly what the nurturer client wants. Okay, the nurturer brand appeals to those who desire feeling cared for, protected, and comforted. They crave safety, both physical and emotional. They want to feel valued, appreciated, and accepted as they are. So here's the clue. Now they're telling you exactly what to do. Establish in your branding that you are a safe haven, making sure your clients feel your caring, your compassion, and generosity in every aspect of your business. Everyone wants to feel secure and loved, and your nurturer brand can easily create an environment where clients feel their needs and feelings are important. And some of the examples of a nurturer brand out there in the world, Princess Diana is a nurturer brand, Campbell's Soup, Habitat for Humanity, Stover's, Volvo, the car, Dove Soap, and Allstate Insurance. Every single card will tell you who are the brands out there, what are the words, who are your clients, what words you're using. Because if you're not using your archetype words, you're actually repelling your ideal client. Right? Like I'm not a nurturer, I'm a hero, I'm a ruler with a hero influencing. And if I use words on the nurturer card, then all of a sudden, if I use word like sensitive and satisfied and thoughtful and sacrifice and mother nature, my ideal client starts getting repelled. So you wanna understand who you are and how you're showing up in the world and how powerful you are. And so that's why inside of the academy, yep, the queens have access to all that, but we wanted to create one day where you're like, okay, I got this for one day. Everything else is working in my life. I'm going to just go. I want to get this branding with Archetypes. I want to be able to feel authentic. I want to create impactful, authentic marketing. I want the consistent results. I want people to understand me. And I don't want to get confused with all of the jargon that's going on online right now, because I want to be able to create something that is me, something that is memorable. I want to be able to understand who I am. And so that's why we created, this one day workshop where you get it. So I would love to see you in there. Join us. It's going to be amazing. You can really position yourself powerfully for 2021, and you don't have to join the entire academy and spend 1 year with us. It is a one-day thing. Of course, you're only getting one module. We'll help you through the whole thing. The Million Stars Academy is you get everything. You get all the coaching, you get all the modules, accountability, Facebook group, the queens around you. And it's a 1 year intensive for you to actually recreate and reinvent your life, unlike you've done anything in your life before, because it's magical. And we're also, in January, we're including the media, the marketing, the podcast, writing your book, positioning. How do you get that book published and be seen as an authority? All of that, because we actually have people right now during December and January working in to put all of the programs together. So you get the manifestation, the mindset, media, the modules, and you get everything. We want to make it completely rich and worth your time, where you say, this is the best thing I ever did. Okay. And then in addition to that, the support, the queens, myself, all of that you get inside of the academy, which is unlike anything I have ever experienced. So either way, join us, see which is the thing that you want, and let us know. You can connect with any of these women here. They're amazing. You've got Janine, Shiam, Fariha, Sija, Habiba, all of the things are moving around. Zarina, Fadia, Soha, Rezia, Master Marileg, so many queens inside of the academy. And it's going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited that you get to spend this time with us. You get to enjoy it, whether it's the day or whether it's the year. I love it. I love it. Sarita's going to a Zoom wedding. Yay, awesome. Dress up, send me pictures. I want to see you. Yes, we will send you the recording. Yep, don't worry. Whoever invited you here, let them know. We'll send you the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to working with you real soon. Love you all.